What's going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chucky, I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I'm really sorry for being late tonight, guys. I don't really have a great excuse, but I haven't really got to talk to Heather much over the last week, so we spent a little bit more time than usual tonight. I do apologize. I hate being late. For the biggest reason I don't like being late is I don't feel my time is more important than yours. So thank you guys for hanging out and waiting. You didn't need to, and I appreciate you guys. All right. You guys want to watch some court? Let's watch some court. All right. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Calling two cases together. People be Ashley Stevens and people be Robert Stevens. It's file 22-6495 Ashley and 22-6496 with Robert. Counsel, you want to state your appearances, please?
And good afternoon, Your Honor. James Gilbert here on behalf of Ashley Stevens.
Jeremiah Buffalo Wergo on behalf of Mr. Stevens, who is standing to my right.
All right, and we're here for sentencing in both these matters. They're co-defendants, and we wanted to call the cases together because of a restitution issue. The plea agreement said restitution to be determined. Has restitution been determined, or are we having a hearing?
Your Honor, I believe the parties have come to an agreement, so our little delay, I believe, was beneficial.
Okay, and what would that restitution figure be?
Your Honor, will stipulate that the restitution will be $97,000 joint and several between the two things.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to talk much about this. I happened to see it, and I played it. If you guys watched my video, it was a long one. Generally don't do those long just releases, but it was almost an hour long release. So it's a long one. And yeah, yeah, I loved how Judge Simpson just laid it down. Like, no, dude, seems to be on your side. But yeah, no, he's never had a license. That was a big twist, right? Isn't that special? I hope you're having an amazing night. Thank you so much for your email earlier. And minus the confusion we had that you scared the shit out of me. Isn't that special? I'm so glad you're here tonight, and I hope you're having a much better day today. And yeah. All right. Let's keep going. Let's watch some court. But it's good to see you. Isn't that special?
All right, is that correct, Mr. Gilbert?
That is correct.
Mr. Wergo?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Gilbert, on behalf of Ashley, have you had a chance to review the pre-sentence report and recommendations?
We have, Your Honor.
Any additions or corrections?
There are no additions or corrections.
Advisory guidelines are scored at 0 to 3 months. Any scoring challenges?
No scoring challenges.
All right, so any additions, corrections, or scoring challenges?
No, Your Honor, I just have a written statement though from Ms. Metelsky. She is present, but would like to rely on that statement.
Also very good approach. I do see Missy Kosicki in the waiting room. You want me to bring her in and tell her she's excused?
Yes, please.
Let me go ahead and read this statement.
You know what? We all knew that was going to happen. It was going to happen. Do you know where he's going? I would leave it if I were him. The disrespect he gets as a prosecutor in that courthouse is amazing.
Thank you. I've reviewed the statement by Terry Metelsky. All right, Ms. Kosicki, good afternoon. I was just advised that the restitution amount has been resolved and your testimony is not needed. I apologize for keeping you waiting so long.
No problem. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day.
Okay, you too. All right, so I did review that. Any recommendations, Ms. Goodrich? I'm sorry, no, I've got that out of order. Mr. Gilbert, go ahead with anything you want to say on behalf of
Your Honor, this is a situation which I think is, and my client understands is a lot had to do with the actions of her own. This could have been a much different case, of maybe even not a case, if different things have been resolved ahead of time, and maybe the home that had been cared for or taken care of better, or there had been more attention to detail. And then as the case progressed, I don't think really clicked with my client how important this was to show up to court, how serious it was. And I do believe, as you can see and know, that her being an orange here was a very big eye opener. I met with her many times in the jail, and nothing but remorse and wanting to get this matter resolved. I believe a probationary period. She's already shown me her budget and how she thinks she'll be able to work on this restitution as soon as possible to make the victims whole. So we had asked that the court follow the recommendation and give her time served in a probationary period. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Stevens, you're not required to say anything today, but it is allowed. Is there anything you want to tell me?
Yes. I would just like to say I'm sorry for my actions. I apologize to everyone involved in this case. It has been quite the eye opener for me for being my first time in having jail time. And I will not make any wrong decisions in my life again. I'm older now. I have a child, and I feel like I need to be there for my kid more than being in jail and doing things that I shouldn't be doing that caused me to be in jail. So I appreciate you looking over this case and giving me anything that you can sentence me with. I appreciate everything, and I'm sorry again for everything that happened.
All right, I was gonna wait till she finished talking. No, and to everyone else, yeah, I do apologize. Generally, I try to give a little summary before the clip starts. So this is husband and wife. Wife is there, husband is to the left. They were tenants, I believe, of, I don't know if it was an apartment or a house. They got evicted, and when they left, they destroyed the place. They did $100,000 in damage. And yeah, the tenants, the landlords, I think, are the two people actually in the back right there, the yellow and blue. I don't really remember exactly, but I don't know if they talked during this hearing or not. But they've talked previously, but it's an older couple that owns it. But yeah, when they got evicted, they destroyed the unit before they left, and she doesn't get the brunt of Judge Gauthier's. I still don't know how to pronounce it. She doesn't get the brunt of it, but he does, and you'll see why here shortly.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Goodrich, any recommendations from the people?
Your Honor, as to Ms. Stevens, she's 37 years old with prior felonies and 3 misdemeanors. It was disappointed to see the other criminal type behavior that she has ongoing in Shiawassee County. I do appreciate that she apologized here today, but I think the biggest apology will be starting to make restitution aggressively, and that's why we had credit for the 75 days that she has served and no additional time initially to allow her to work and pay off this restitution. The maliciousness of this case, as the court can see in the description, is pretty intentional and pretty severe. And I hope that she can pay these victims back. We've been at every hearing and participated fully in this case. And it has taken a while to reach this resolution to start honoring and paying for what they had done to them by paying restitution. Thank you.
Well, Ms. Stevens, I mean, one of the things you told me, I had to double check the timing of it, because I was sort of surprised to hear you say, well, I'm older and wiser, and I'm not gonna make any more bad decisions. I mean, just less than a year ago, you stole down Shiawassee County, and you're going to be sentenced for that. So, I mean, what you tell me today doesn't really register on my believability scale. But while this case was pending, you're stealing. And now you're standing in front of me saying, I'm done doing bad things. Why would I possibly believe that, Steve? Your actions speak a lot louder than your words do. And your actions in this case showed utter disregard for the property rights of others. And I feel terrible for the Witulskis. I mean, landlords have had a rough 4 years here. So there's a disease that they didn't cause. So now all of a sudden they can't evict anybody forever and a day. And then even when you can't evict somebody, it takes half of forever and a day to evict somebody through the court process. And then they trash your house on the way out the door, causing significant damage that I don't believe for a minute wasn't malicious. And then they got to wait 2+ years, showing up to court all the time, patiently showing up, cases get adjourned. The way the system treats the landlords, including in this case, I feel terrible about. And then to top it off, then you guys decide you're going to check out and not even show up for court. I mean, it's just really very, very disappointing behavior. So I'm glad you finally understand that we take this stuff seriously. I suppose that's our fault for not having acted more seriously earlier in the case.
This is a great speech right here. And for anyone that, I think everyone here watches landlord-tenant cases. You know, it's almost every day we see, you know, either landlords getting screwed or tenants getting screwed. We see it all the time. And the fact that Judge Gauthier, he's in Gauthier. Is that what you said? Is that what you said, Lone Wolf? Also, big shout out to Lone Wolf. Thank you for letting me use your video again. That's the second time I used the same video of yours in a video. But no, so he's in Michigan, and I feel like landlords often get screwed in Michigan. I really do. I do. And Judge Gauthier just put it on the table. It's like, it is really hard to be a landlord in Michigan, and this is why. And then you destroy the place as you're leaving. Yeah, I really do appreciate that speech from him.
This is really serious. I mean, felony charge for most folks. I mean, you don't have any prior felonies. I mean, felonies are big deal cases, and just based on the stuff you're telling me here today, I'm still not even sure you get it. But we'll find out if you do, based on how serious you take the restitution. In any event, you're 37, you have no prior felony. For the contempt for failing to appear, I'll give you 71 days jail, credit for 71 days served. On the underlying charge, the guidelines are 0 to 11. Recommendation is for probation, and that's part of the sentence agreement as well. So I will place you on probation. I think given the sheer amount of the restitution, it's going to be an initial 3-year term of probation. Just so I can monitor that restitution, and if necessary, I'll extend it out further than that so that I can see that the victims are made whole. I'm going to assess restitution of $97,000, joint and several with your co-defendant. There's also crime victims assessment of $130, $68 in state costs. You have to pay a DNA. You have to comply with DNA testing and pay a $60 fee. And there's $350 in court costs, and there's a monthly supervision fee. And you're subject on that probation to all the terms and conditions listed in the pre-sentence report. Chief among them is the restitution, and then to facilitate that, seeking and finding legitimate full-time employment, 30 hours a week plus. So if you're not working a 30-hour a week legitimate job with a paycheck that's going a lot of it toward restitution, we're going to violate you for not getting a job, and then not paying the restitution as well. I want that monitored very carefully. All right, that is a sentence within the advisory guidelines and consistent with the plea agreement. So on the 36 months probation, 36 months probation, I'll also order you to serve 75 days jail and give you credit for the 75 days you previously served. And within 24 hours of your release, I want you contacting your supervising agent, Agent Fate. If you want to appeal, you have to file an application to the Court of Appeals. If you want me to give you a lawyer, you have to ask within 42 days. We're going to hand you a copy of that appeal paperwork and ask you to initial one copy, and the other one is for you to fill out if you wish to take an appeal.
Legal fiction, no, it does not. Unfortunately, it does not. That is a 1099 job, kind of like being a YouTuber. I've got a 1099 job. Doesn't count as a legitimate job. Yeah, I mean, I pay my bills, at least I try to. But yeah, no, OF definitely doesn't count.
Thank you. All right, good luck to you. And if you want, you can put Ms. Stevens in the jury box.
All right, while husband is coming up, husband is you know, he gets, like I said, I kind of teased it earlier. He gets the brunt of it. My lights keep flickering. It is pouring down rain here, and my internet already sucks. So if I lose connection, I am really sorry. But I feel like the lights flickering is a sign I might lose power. I apologize. Now it's even worse that I was late tonight. But I wanted to throw that on the record. I need to have that on the record, on top of the record, underneath the record, behind the record, and on the side of the record. Just so the court clerk got it. All right, let's keep going with let's go with husband now.
Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. All right, and next will be Robert Stevens. Mr. Virgo, have you had a chance to review the report and recommendations with the client?
Yes, Your Honor. We have no additions, corrections, or scoring challenges.
All right, Ms. Goodrich, any additions, corrections, or scoring challenges in this report?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Virgo, anything you want to say? Anything?
Your Honor, we would echo the statements made by previous counsel. Freedom is a very valuable thing, and Mr. Stevens lost his freedom because of this case. He also he feels badly about what he has done to the victims in this case, and he is looking forward to putting the matter behind him and making active and, as was noted, aggressive payments towards that restitution. It does bother him and hangs over his head. We would ask that the court follow the recommendations and sentence Mr. Stevens the same as.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens. You don't have to say anything, but you're allowed to. Is there anything you want to tell me or not?
Yes, I'd like to. I'm extremely sorry for my actions during this. I don't know, where it came from or why we did what we did, but I mean, other than my cat, but it was more than that. And I feel terrible. It hangs over my head every day. I pray to the Lord for forgiveness every day, but it just doesn't feel like it's enough. And I look forward to being able to make the payments back and hopefully get it paid back as soon as possible, with as much as we can every week and everything. And like I said, I feel terrible about it. And I feel really good that it's finally getting solved. And I'm really sorry.
Mr. Stevens, let me ask you, I mean, I read your description of the offense. I don't hear a lot of sorry in it. Your description of the offense, if I believe what you wrote to the Department of Corrections agent, that's not even a crime. It's civil damage. So I'm asking you today, did you purposely cause damage to this home?
Oh, we purposely did, yes, sir.
Yeah, of course you did. So I don't know why, as part of the pre-sentence report, you would write this baloney about we're just trying to save our poor cat and it got out of hand. Ridiculous. And that makes me think you're really not as sorry as you say. I mean, is it that hard to own up to, yeah, I mean, like I just asked you right now and you owned up to it when I'm confronting you, but come on.
As much as I could.
You're a 39-year-old grown man.
Sorry, sir.
And you're not gonna take responsibility for what you did when you're filling this out? And you don't have, you can say, no, thank you, I don't want to give a statement. But you give a statement, trying to make it sound like you did nothing wrong.
I make it sound like I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, sure you did. Now you're lying to me again. Are you telling me you meant?
The cat was in the wall. Clearly, the cat was in the wall. So you're gonna destroy every wall in the house. $97,000 in damage. Now that's a lot of damage, right? You could destroy every wall in the house and have to get every single wall replaced. That would not be anywhere close to $100,000, depending on what kind of house they had. They had to do a lot of damage to the place to do $97,000 of damage. I'm looking around my apartment right now. If I destroyed all the appliances, the cabinets, the walls, and all the plumbing, I don't think I could even come close to $97,000. But at the same time, I have a 2-bedroom apartment. That's a lot of damage. Just saying. And depending on, maybe this is like their cottage next to their house. Yeah, how much does insurance cover for tenants destroying the place? No idea. But no, this older couple, again, this is an older couple that owns the place. I don't remember if they talk in this video. They have before. I followed these two through, and just not it wasn't that exciting until the sentencing, and that's why I'm playing it now. But yeah, they really messed up this place. It was intentional. They weren't saving a cat from a wall. Why would you put that in your PSI? Seriously, you're saving a cat? I'm trying to save my cat, so I destroyed the entire. Come on, man. Come on.
Meant to be sorry when you wrote this, but it just didn't come out that way.
I was just trying to put down as much as I could in a little area. I don't know.
Mr. Goodrich, any recommendations?
Yeah, Sean, I just reiterate what I did with Ms. Stevens. Mr. Stevens is a couple years older, has one more misdemeanor, but some more criminal history. It looks like he has a failure to appear in another court case pending as well. Just would reiterate my concerns about, I hope that the intention here is to aggressively repay the restitution.
All right, well, Mr. Stevens.
No, this is the criminal sentencing. They were charged with felonies for the amount of damage they caused. So this isn't a civil judgment. Unfortunately, if these people don't pay, the elderly couple may need to take them to civil court. I don't know how restitution works, but generally, if you're not paying, they send you to jail. I've watched a lot of cases on that in Michigan, so at least it's the same state. But a felony case because you destroyed a place, and then they didn't show up to court. So that's why they're in jail. They're not in jail for destroying the place. They're in jail because they didn't show up to court. Everyone needs to understand that. They ran. They destroyed the place and ran. Didn't show up to court for 2 years and then got arrested. Which is why they're in orange.
Would echo everything I just told your wife about, really the harm that you caused. And you heard all that. So I'm going to place you on probation for 3 years to monitor the restitution and your employment will be subject to the terms and conditions listed in the pre-sentence report. They include restitution, $97,000 joint and several with your co-defendant, $130 in the crime victims assessment, DNA testing with a $60 fee, $68 in state costs, $350 in court costs as well. The most important terms of the probation, you're subject to all of them, but the most important terms are paying the restitution and working a legitimate employment with a paycheck 30 hours a week. Not like I've got a truck and I'm doing odd jobs. You're getting a paycheck so that we can do an income withholding and be doing what we can.
All right, so this answers the 1099 question. I saw a lot of people in the comments in the chat saying, 1099s are still real jobs. They are. I have no disregard for anyone that has a 1099. Again, I said it earlier, YouTube's a 1099 job. But nobody can garnish you if you're a 1099. So that's why the court's ordering that they have a job that's not a 1099. Because if you're a 1099 employee, they can't garnish you. They can't watch what you're making. All you're doing is reporting what you're making. So it changes things a little bit. So that's why court orders, a 1080. Is it a 1080? 1080Z? I don't remember. It's only been 2 months since I filed my taxes. I already forgot what the other one is. But yeah, 1099, not good for courts.
And to make these victims whole.
Okay.
That's job number one for you for the next 3 years. And if it's not paid off, then I'll extend your probation. If you don't make honest effort.
Thank you, Lone Wolf. That's what I was looking for. The W-2. Yeah, they need a W-2 job. Thanks, Lone Wolf. Appreciate you, buddy. Also, go check out his channel.
Efforts at that. I hope you guess from my comments to you that it wouldn't bother me to give you more jail.
Yes.
So I don't want to do that, but it's not going to bother me. So I want serious efforts toward making these victims whole.
I've actually already started looking for jobs and stuff right now, so.
So I am going to order on the probation that you serve 93 days jail and give you credit for 93 days previously served. On the contempt for failing to appear, I'm going to give you 72 days jail, credit for 72 days served. Within 24 hours of the release, I want you to contact Agent Fagan. And we're going to hand you your appeal paperwork. If you wanted to appeal, you have to file an application. If you want to give you a lawyer, you have to ask for them.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, moral of the story. If you get evicted, don't destroy the place. You're going to go to jail. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know there's some shitty landlords out there. There's also some shitty tenants. Sometimes you come in the middle and everyone just doesn't like each other. And when you're moving out, you think that you're going to serve them justice by destroying the place. Yeah, it's not going to work out for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. No one wins. No one wins when you do that. You don't win. You might feel good for about one day, and then, yeah, you're going to jail. Anyways, I want to give a special shout out to everyone who was worried about me being late and sending me messages. Jedi, Sly. Let's see. I got Jedi, Sly. I got a bunch of other people. I don't like making lists, but those are the first two names that come to the top of my head because, yeah, they called me. They were worried. So Jedi and Sly, thank you so much for calling me to check in to make sure, I wasn't doing anything dumb. I wasn't. I was talking to my beautiful girlfriend. And my phone alarm is going off right now to monetize my stream, but it's not over yet because we started late. Anyways, next case, right? Keep going on with court. Let's go on with court.
Cases of Shakole Watkins, case number is 13W00782AB and 18W008447B.
She got it. B.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Yeah, Mr. Burnett. I think that's important.
Sorry about that. Assistant Public Defender Allison Mueller here on behalf of Shakole Watkins. Ms. Watkins, please state your name for the record.
Shakole Watkins.
Thank you. All right, we're here for payment in these matters.
Good afternoon,
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like Mr. Leba left a voicemail with Ms. Watkins. I can check right now if any payments have been made or Ms. Watkins.
Yeah, you know what? With all this love you guys are giving me right now, I still forgot to edit this video, apparently, or this clip. Look at all those YouTube tabs I have open. Man, I watch a lot of court. I really do. That's only about half of what. Because you can still see the icon, I knew this is early in the day today. Just saying. Hopefully this passes really fast.
Do you know, have you been able to make payments recently?
No, I haven't. I have not had no luck in life. I don't know. I don't even.
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like Mr. Leba left a voicemail with Ms. Watkins. I can check right now if any payments have been made or Ms. Watkins. Do you know, have you been able to make payments recently?
No, I haven't. I have not had no luck in life. I don't know. I don't even remember the last time I was there. I can't even remember what happened. I just remember that I was going through hell, and I don't remember honestly what I agreed to. I tried to call him back Friday. I called him back Saturday. His voicemail said I had court Saturday, so I was confused. And then I started getting all these text messages on Sunday night about court today. So I'm like, all right. But he never called back, and I text him. He didn't text me back. So I haven't talked to anybody. I cannot even remember.
Yeah, the mute button. I wasn't going to pause it this early in this clip, but Tharina may have just won the comment of the night. So I got to pause it for the comment of the night. Crumb delete is a callback from last night's video. Good job, Tharina. That's good. It's good. My editing mistakes. Crumb delete. Let's go. But while I'm paused, Janet, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. See, it's Wednesday. We still have, 5 days till the next members only video. But go back and check the other members only videos. They're awesome. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. I really appreciate it. And Tharina, yeah. Crumb delete. Absolutely. All right. Let's play. This clip is only about 3 minutes long. I'm going to let it play out.
One moment, please. No, the one in January was in person.
Yeah, it was February, I thought, or was it the end of January? I don't remember, but yes, I don't remember what happened that day. I just know that I had a lot going on, and I don't remember what happened. I haven't talked to anybody, and I tried to call back so I can get a refresher what I was even supposed to be, what I agreed to, what I was supposed to be having going on.
Hi, Chris Barton. Is that what you wanted?
Your agreement is for $100 per month by the 28th of each month.
Okay. Well, I haven't been able to do anything. I still haven't. I moved out and I've just been working part time. I haven't done anything but pay my bills. And trust me, if you think I get any help from anywhere, no. I can't even get government assistance. So I'm trying to figure out where this money gonna come from that we keep going through. 10-year-old ticket that affected my license. I thought that it would have been good for me. I did
But
what I was supposed to do as far as getting my license back and all of that good stuff. So I thought that maybe you might have dropped it, but I see we just keep going back and forth. And I keep telling you the same thing. I cannot do it. I cannot. I literally cannot. I don't know if you want me to keep sitting here crying and telling you that I can't do it, but I'm telling you the
Ms.
truth. Like, what do you want to
Ms.
do?
Watkins, is there a
Yes,
set amount
ma'am.
you'd be able to pay per month, or would you like to talk
No,
out?
I'm tired of making promises that I can't keep.
Your Honor,
You
I would ask
understand me?
for a brief adjournment so I can speak with Ms. Watkins about whether or not we need to fill out a financial hardship form or so
I
that
had
we can.
tried that already. That's what I was supposed to be doing. That's why I'm so frustrated because we went through this months ago, back in December of last year when I tried to get that to happen. That's why I don't understand why I'm still here when I keep saying the same thing.
Yeah, so let's show up to court and bring a bunch of attitude. You know, there's one thing I know judges love. They love it when defendants talk over their defense attorneys and give attitude to the court. Judges love that. They do. You can see that smile on Judge Washington's face right now. Look at it. She's smiling big, ear to ear. She loves it. Yeah, no, she's not smiling because she doesn't love it. Yeah. Can't understand why. So I just started reading your comments. Can you understand? Yeah. You know, some people, yeah, I'm not going to say deserve. Let me take that back. Some people need government assistance, and I'm not going to take it away. I'm not one of those people that say, you know, they should drug test and they should do all this for government assistance. I'm not that person. Some people need it, but some people don't. I'm going to tell you what, if you have this much attitude in court, there might be a reason why you're not getting accepted for the government assistance that you might need. Stop yelling at people. Stop talking with attitude. Be respectful. Be nice. You might get what you want. Just saying. Being nice. If you're asking for something, being nice is a lot better than yelling. Just saying. Just saying. All right, let's go. Did I not play the video? I didn't play the video. I'm so sorry, guys. I started leaning back.
July 16th, 2024, in person.
Fine with me. What do you want from me by then? What do you need me to do? Can we be clear before we get off this call?
Ma'am, you need to have a hardship form filed. If you have not filed a hardship form, we're having an ability to pay hearing. If we find that you can pay and you're not paying, then you can do jail time.
Yeah, see, that's what we went through before. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, what proof do you need from me? You need to see all the bills I
You
paid.
haven't provided any.
That's what I don't understand. You're not making it clear what you need from me when I ask.
I'm not your attorney, ma'am. You need to.
Yeah,
talk
see,
to
they don't call back. They call back the day before court, and I don't get to talk to anybody. This is
Ms.
why we're
Watkins,
here
I
right
will
here.
have your attorney, Mr.
Put you in
Lebo,
a
reach
room
out
with-
today.
Yes.
Ms. Moeller right now. You can tell her what she needs right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, attitude doesn't get you anywhere. Gets you nowhere. All right. Jelly Beans. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jelly Beans. I also want to comment about something you just said. I got to go back and look at the comment now because I brought it up and I was going to hold it there, but I held it for too long. And Jay. Hey, Jay. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. 10 more gifted memberships. So you guys are great. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I got to go back and look. I had a comment for Jelly Beans. This was it. Found it. Yeah. Judge Bryant is awesome. She's awesome. And there are very few judges that demand the respect that you also fear that you gotta fear them. And she's one of them. She's one of them. When I was in her courtroom, I was scared. Scared. And I don't know if Donald's here. Donald, if you're here, say something. You might be here. You might be talking. I don't know. But Donald tried to talk to Debbie Baker and I in the middle of a hearing, and we shut him down really quick. Like, no. I know we just left Judge Perkins' courtroom where it was kind of lax. We were on our phones. We were kind of hanging out. We could whisper to each other. But no, when we entered Judge Bryant's courtroom, Debbie and I were on our P's and Q's. We were sitting up. We weren't slouching. And yeah, it's a completely different courtroom. And different judges demand's not the right word. No, it is. They demand the respect. So in Judge Bryant's courtroom, I was terrified. In Judge Perkins' courtroom, I was laughing, I was whispering, I was talking, I was on my phone, I was chatting with people. It's different. So yeah, I agree with you, Jelly Beans, that Judge Bryant holds her courtroom like she should. I guess that was my point. Judge Washington does the same thing. She's, part of my language, but she's a hard ass. All right, next clip. Let's go. Let's go to the next clip.
Mr. Izuki's not on screen right now, so we'll call this.
Absolutely legal fiction. I will not play Judge Bryant because I am scared of her. I met her in person. She gave me a shout out on her channel that she does in the morning, her prayer channel. She gave me a shout out. I enjoyed meeting her. She was a lovely person. She really was. She was. When she got off the bench, she was absolutely lovely. But when she's on that bench, nope, not messing with her at all. And I love that. Like, she completely changes. She really did. She completely changed from being on the bench to walking off the bench. And she let us take pictures with her. You guys saw it. All right, just check out for a clip. Let's go.
All right. All right. One more time. This is 23-14-76, State of Michigan versus Kevin Kowalik. Mr. Kowalik, can you come up one more time?
Yes, ma'am.
Reach sidebar. Yeah, he's representing himself, so come on up.
All right, this was a hard case to follow because he fired his attorney. He didn't fire her. He asked to represent himself. I thought I edited a lot of this out. Apparently I didn't. I didn't edit it up. But Judge Shackelford has been on this kick lately where she mutes herself a lot. So these two have already been in front of her. There's like a 10-second clip. All right, now the volume's back on. Sorry, now the volume's back on. There was about a 10-second clip before this where he said he wants to represent himself, and it wasn't worth playing because it was, like I said, it was like a 10-second clip, and Judge Shackelford is turning into Judge Mute now. But just giving you a heads up, this is what's going on. He fired his attorney, and he's trying to represent himself. I think we're caught up. Let's go. All right, we're getting the background from the jail. I'm gonna fast forward it like 10 seconds. Hopefully it fixes this. Nope. Guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, she's still muted. All right, they're walking back to the podium. Okay, here we go. Now it's gonna get good. Get good. Get good, kid. Get good.
Tell me what's bad.
All right, Ms. McCall, I see you're present as well. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Kowalik, we've already put on your waiver. You do not want an attorney to represent you.
Yes, ma'am.
And we've gone over the consequences of that decision, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand what my expectations are in a courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and it's my understanding, I mean, we have trial set in 2 days. I have an unrepresented defendant. I cannot possibly have an expectation that he doesn't even have a copy of the discovery. He's going to have to get a copy of the discovery, have an opportunity to review it, and then.
Oh, I'm well aware. I am very well aware of how polar opposites they are. Judge Slavin likes to hang out and watch without commenting. Judge Slavin, if you're here, just say hi. But yeah, polar opposites. But it's good. It's good to have, judges that aren't on the same page at all times, but still follow the same guidelines, right? It's good. You need personality. You do. You really do.
We're going to have to set another trial date, but I don't want to go out more than a month. Yes, sir.
What if I just want to take it with what it is and I don't need nothing else?
Sir, no, because then you know what you're doing? You're not being a great lawyer for yourself, right? And that's not what we want. I don't want you to come up here and wing it. You want to represent yourself, you're going to read these papers because it's important and you have a chance to see all of that and a right to see all of that. And if not, it's going to be a circus. So we're going to let you review the discovery. You have a right to do it. And any discovery that you have that you think is important or that you would like to admit in trial must be produced to the prosecutor, okay? Or it will not be admitted. So, Ms. Maudlin, do we have a Friday? Are you scrolling?
See when Jessica's.
Let's stave it off.
My calendar here.
Do I have any Fridays open in June? Or early July?
As of right now, I think I have June 7th available.
That's too soon.
June 21st. And then July 19th or 26th.
June 21st, we already have a jury trial set.
Okay. July 19th or 26th.
Oh.
One second. July 19th.
July 19th at 8:30 a.m.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Why does this court date just keep pushing further and further?
Well, the court date's pushing at this instance because the defendant has asked that I remove his counsel for a material breakdown of their relationship. He's also indicated to the court that he wishes to represent himself. and we have a trial in 2 days. And we were aware of this issue a week ago, but there is no way. I have to make sure that everybody's rights are protected, and I can't have someone, I think it's constitutionally unsound for me to expect an improper defendant representing himself to go to trial in 2 days. It's just, it's not impossible. And if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. So I don't have really a choice. I've had my court recorder look, and the first date that we have available is July 19th. So it's not to be disrespectful to you, ma'am. It's because I have to, you know.
All right, Steve. I'm not gonna bring your comment up because it's not a great comment on. She's the witness. I don't want to call her the defendant. She's the victim. There we go. That's the right word. Words are hard, right? Yeah, Steve. She's the victim. So she's not happy with this guy. Clearly. And he keeps breaking court orders. Why he's not going to jail right now, I don't know. But he's yeah, that's why she's talking. So Judge Shackelford is letting the victim speak, which, you know, the judge should. The judge should ask, or at least say something like, this is why it's being pushed out.
Make choices here, and I have to follow the Constitution, and an improper defendant's not going to be ready for trial in 2 days.
So even though he's breaking the no contact order numerous a time, there's no.
Ma'am, I don't know. Listen. Miss McCall, I don't know anything about that. If that's a case, you need to speak with Miss Davidoff, your prosecutor, about that. Okay? And then she can file appropriate paperwork with the court if it needs to be done. There is to be, I can't say this any clearer, there is to be no contact.
I understand.
If there's any contact and I learn about it, and something is filed by the prosecutor with respect to the bond violation, and I make a finding on it, you will sit in the Wayne County Jail, sir.
Correct.
Hey, Sheila, it's good to see you. Good to see you in chat. I appreciate you being here. You super chat me a lot, but it's off screen, so I'm glad to see your name pop up. And yeah, welcome. Good to see you.
All right, but Miss McCall, if you have issues like that, I need you to address them with Miss Davidoff. That's the proper avenue for it to get to me, okay?
Your Honor, I've already told them numerous of times. I actually had to come in your courthouse the other day because I spoke to a court officer, and he told me that I need to tell you today about this incident because the prosecutor hasn't handled it.
All right, Miss Davidoff, will you address that when we?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Miss Davidoff is going to contact you, Miss McCall, and she will address that with you.
Okay,
This is not, I have re-instructed the defendant, Mr. Kowalik, that he's to have no contact. If I learn about it or a finding is made with respect to a violation of my no contact order, he will be sent to the Wayne County Jail on a high cash bond.
I want no bond, Your Honor.
Sir.
Sorry.
Okay, but for now, the trial is set for July 19th. Everyone on that date is to appear in person at the 23rd District Court, and we will proceed.
Dude just asked for no bond. He just asked to be put in jail. I'm sorry, but that was a cry for help. He knows what he just said. He's not dumb. He just let his public defender go. And he just said, I'm asking for no bond. He wants to be put in jail. He has an issue that he wants help with. And I really wish Judge Shackelford saw this. But she was focused on the issue of him not being represented. And she missed this. She generally does a good job of being a judge. But she missed this cry for help. It doesn't go anywhere in this clip. But I just wanted to put that on the record. On the side of the record, on top of the record, underneath the record, all the records.
Proceed with trial at that time, and Ms. Davidoff will be in contact with you, Ms. McCall, and she'll file whatever's appropriate with the court.
Your Honor, and just for the record, we wanted to put the offer.
All right, yeah, can you tell me the offer?
Yes, the offer is as follows: plead guilty to 1 count of domestic violence, complete a substance abuse evaluation, outpatient treatment for substance abuse, anger management counseling, and no contact with the complaining witness, 1 year probation.
Okay, and no. Look, Mr. Kowalik, remember, we're working on your decorum, right?
All right.
And do you understand that offer?
Yes, I do.
And it has been relayed to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you rejecting that offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, thank you. We'll
Thank
see
you.
everyone in person on
Have a wonderful
July.
day, and God bless you, and thank
All
you
right.
very much, ma'am.
July 19th, 2024, we'll see everyone in person at the 23rd District Court for jury.
All right, next case. Let's move on. We've got to move on. Got a lot more cases to play, and I have no idea what's coming next. Oh, I forgot I put this one in there in this video. I'm gonna say KCC probably already played this. She loves this courtroom. So if you've already seen this, I apologize. But this is a tough one. This is a very tough one, and you're gonna find out. I think I have one more after this, but this is a little bit of a longer clip. I think it's about 20 minutes long. This is kind of sad. This is kind of sad.
Get the record started. Please unmute both of you. The 37th Circuit Court is back in session with the Honorable Brian K. Kirkham presiding. It is Wednesday, May 29th, 2024 at 11:30 a.m. And this is 2024-202 DM Gladrian Uselton versus Kyle Uselton.
Good morning to all of you, and I appreciate that you're able to accommodate the court schedule and appear early. What we're going to do is take some testimony from all of you. And Ms. Uselton, is Mr. Hill there?
Yes.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll have all three of you, Mr. Uselton, Ms. Uselton, and Mr. Hill, raise your right hand. We'll have you sworn in, then we'll proceed.
So raise
your right hands.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yeah, no, that's a nose tattoo. That's a nose tattoo. You know, we have face tattoos, we have, whatever you want to call them. She has a nose tattoo. She's also got tattoos everywhere else and not dressed properly for court. But, the judge is bringing it up, so we're not going to either, right? Right? We're not going to bring it up. But she loves her tattoos.
Yes.
Mr. Hill, I can't see you, so.
I think he's in the waiting room.
Oh, so he is joining on his own device. Okay, I'm sorry. Is that Chris? What's the last name?
Hill.
Moment, he's connected to audio.
Don't get distracted, gentlemen. Do not get distracted. Do not. You'll find out very shortly why you do not want to get distracted. Don't get distracted, gentlemen. Do not get distracted. Or even ladies out there, don't get distracted either.
One moment, his audio failed. He needs to try again. Oh, wait, maybe now. Can you hear us now, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Hill.
Mr. Hill, you have to unmute, hitting the mic on the lower left corner of your screen. Okay. Mr. Hill, still shows you're muted. Did you unmute yourself?
Yeah, like 3 times.
Okay, well, we can hear you. It's just somehow it's not doing it correct. What we're going to do is have you raise your right hand. We'll have you sworn in, then we'll take some testimony at some point.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Start with you first, Ms. Uselton. You filed the.
All right, for everyone out there that has watched my channel for a little bit, I don't like covering these types of cases. I don't do divorce cases unless they're really good. I don't do child custody cases unless they're really good. Just saying, this one's good. This one's good. And I I still, this was, see, it is Wednesday. I think this happened on Monday. And I still waited. And I was still tempted not to play it. Because I don't like doing these types of cases. But this story is kind of crazy. It's bizarre. And there's no, there are kids involved, but they're not on screen. So, all right. I got my my mental out of the way. So let's go. Let's watch. Let's watch everyone else's mental.
A motion in this matter seeking to have the child Ronan determined not to be issue of this particular marriage. Just for clarification, I don't know, how do you pronounce your son's middle name?
Zadif?
Zeta?
Zadif.
Zadif, okay. I'll do it phonetically. Okay. Go ahead, ma'am. You can testify and let me know what you'd like me to be aware of.
So I had a child with Christopher Hill while still being married to Kyle Uselton, but I have filed a divorce and a motion for child born out of wedlock. There has also been a request to default on that divorce.
Okay. Regardless, we're only dealing with the issue of the paternity at this point. So when was the date of birth of the child?
February 10th of 2023.
Okay. And tell me, at the time that that child was conceived, approximately 10 to, let's say about 9 to 10 months prior to that time, was in fact, did you engage in any sexual relations with Mr. Uselton?
No, sir.
And it says in your complaint for divorce that you separated on or about August 4, 2021. Did you have any sexual relations with Mr. Uselton after that date?
No, sir.
Okay. And at the time of conception of Ronan, was in fact you only engaged in sexual relations with Mr. Hill?
Yes.
And in this particular matter, has Mr. Hill acknowledged that he is the father of Ronan?
Yes, sir.
And has Mr. Hill, has he taken responsibility for the minor child?
Yes, sir.
And does he and the child engage in a parent-child relationship?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I'll ask you, Mr. Uselton, in this complaint for divorce, she stated that the two of you had separated on or about August 4th, 2021. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
And had you had any sexual relations with the plaintiff after that date?
Yes, sir.
You did?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when would have been the last time that you had sex?
It probably have been. Probably it was before Rain was, or she was pregnant with Rain.
Okay, I need a date. I need a date. That doesn't.
I don't know. I didn't keep track of it because to me at the time it wasn't anything that I needed to keep track of, Your Honor. It was yeah, September, October. I mean, it was just a random occurrence.
September, October of
last year. Year before last. Sorry, 22. I'm sorry.
22. Okay.
It was while I was with, you know.
Okay. Well, Ms. Uselton, I'll ask you another question because this is contrary to your testimony. Did you in fact engage in sexual relations with Ms. Uselton in September or October of 2022?
No, sir.
Okay.
I approve.
Yeah, for anyone that's not gone through a divorce, they're hard. I'm glad yours was quick. Mine was quick too. But I gave my ex everything. You can take everything. I just want as much custody time as I can. That's all I cared about. And yeah, the look on this guy's face. This guy's defeated.
And ma'am, when you gave birth to Ronan, were you at term when you gave birth?
I know I was induced 3 weeks early.
Another point I want to make. You gave birth 3 weeks early. Okay, 3 weeks. Term means anything between 36 and 40 weeks. 3 weeks early doesn't answer the question. It really doesn't. Now I'm kind of grasping at straws here because it's been a while since my girls were born. I've got two. My first one was 40 weeks, and yeah, second one was 8 weeks early. So she was born at 32 weeks instead of the 40. Now that is early. So if you would ask me, was she born early? I would say yes, she was born 4 weeks early. I wouldn't say she was born 8 weeks early because term is technically 36 weeks. Now this is in court. Now I still say that she was born 2 months early because she didn't do the 40 week. She wasn't born 40 weeks. She was born at 32 weeks. That's how I'd answer in the court. But that question, judge didn't clarify. 3 weeks early doesn't answer a question. It didn't answer the question. But it could have major impact.
Okay.
No, it was after Brandon was born.
Oh yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. I that's a good comment. I did go to every OBGYN appointment with my ex-wife though. So I know a lot more than I should know, but with no expertise behind it. So yeah, that's why I just made that comment. I am not a doctor. Do not consult me. I am not a lawyer. Do not ask me for legal advice. But 36 weeks is considered full term. It is. And it's 36 to 40. 40 weeks is generally, what everyone says 9 months. So yeah, if yeah, whatever. But it's just, it's an average number. But 36 weeks is considered full term. That's why I say my daughter being born at 32 weeks is technically 2 months early, even though considering the full term, it's only 4 weeks early. But she was still technically 2 months early. Don't go into medicine. That's what I'm just gonna say. Don't go into medicine unless you know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm commenting on this. Don't listen to my advice. I'm not giving you medical advice at all.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Hill, Ms. Uselton has stated that in this particular matter that you had engaged in sexual relations with her at the time of conception of Ronan. Is that correct? I can't hear you. Did you answer? Mr. Hill?
Yeah.
You're not coming through, so.
All right,
Okay.
is that better?
Now you are.
Okay, cool.
And you heard my question. In fact, had you engaged in sexual relations with Ms. Uselton at the time of conception?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in this matter, have you been in Ronan's life since the child was born?
As much as I could be. We have a lot of different things going on where, I guess the best way to put it is I wasn't able to be around, due to a lot of different cases that were going on, a lot of random problems. I don't know too much about it because I was hardly involved. I mean, other than what was said here or there, like I wasn't face to face talk too much about what was actually going on, I guess.
Okay, well, let me ask you this way. You understand by acknowledging that you are in fact the biological father of Ronan, that it carries with it certain financial responsibility and obligations. You understand that?
As far as I know, yeah, it's child.
Well, it might require medical expenses, child support, things of that
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah, I have 3 other children that I do the same thing for. I've always had a job. I've always had them
Okay.
under my medical.
Okay, well, my
I
question
definitely
is,
understand.
you understand if you acknowledge the paternity of that child, that you'll be accepting that responsibility?
Financial standpoint, it shouldn't make a difference. If I'm the child's dad, I'm gonna take care of him regardless. Like I'm not worried about financials.
Oh, you're not worried about the financial impact. If you're the, he keeps saying if. He keeps saying if. You see how mom is saying this dude is dad. Other guys claiming like I'm dad. I'm the one who has custody of him. Like, this is one of those cases where you just kind of want to tell everyone to fuck off, right? Do a DNA test, figure it out. Dad in the top right corner, who has his act together, has custody of the kid. Let him have custody of the kid. The mom is losing it. She doesn't have custody of her kids. And then you have bottom right dude who, yeah, we're gonna find out more about him in a second. I shouldn't judge people on these kind of things, but like I said, I don't play these kind of cases unless they're good. And this one's good.
Circumstance, I can take care of that.
Well, do you acknowledge that you're Ronan's father?
I mean, as far as I've always been concerned, I thought I was, yeah. I mean, given the circumstance of this situation, you know what I mean? I know I only know as much as I know, as far as I'm aware of.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. That's all I have for you. What the court will do in this matter, the court will determine that the child, Ronan Zaphath Ray, is it Rain?
Yes.
Rain Uselton is in fact not issue of this marriage. Court notes it heard the testimony, some of it conflicting, but in any event, even based upon the defendant's own testimony, that if he did engage in sexual relations with the plaintiff, that it would have been only 5 months prior to the birth of the child, so it doesn't appear that he would be the biological father. The court can therefore rule him out as the biological father based upon the testimony of Mr. Hill. What?
Your Honor, I'd like to speak on what's going on, because I feel like a lot of stuff is missing and not being brought up for why I'm involved in the child's life.
Okay, the only question is were you engaged in sexual relations at the time of conception?
I have never ever once stated that I was Rain's biological father.
Okay,
I was brought into this.
That's fine.
So she lost custody of her son because of drugs, Your Honor. We were still married. I was given custody of the child because both the father and the mother were using methamphetamines. DHS and CPS brought me into this and gave me my son because still married.
Okay, when you say your son, are we talking about?
Rain, my son, or
Whoa, 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 whoa. My internet just glitched a little bit and it got really loud. Did it get that loud for everybody else? I'm really sorry for that, but I wanted to pause it. I'm going to turn the volume down. It got really loud for me. Don't know what just happened. But yeah, again, my lights are flickering. No idea what just happened. Maybe my internet just got really fast.
Ronan?
yes.
Okay.
That is the only reason I am even involved in any of this at all. Because I said that I would raise him as my own. Gladrian asked me, told me that my son deserves a good father, and is the only reason I stepped forward. Mr. Hill, from what I know, still uses meth. He is not supposed to be around my father by DHS authority. From the last thing I've ever heard, when anything has happened with the custody of my son, the past in December and in February, I believe, the last court hearings for Miss Uselton, I wasn't even involved. And I should have been, because I have full custody of Rain.
Okay, you have full custody. How do
I
you have
have-
full custody?
Because DHS.
Okay, well, they can't grant you custody. They can grant you possession of the child, but they cannot grant you custody.
So what has happened between then and now to where I haven't been informed of anything court related to my son? He has my last name. He was given to me under the supervision of DHS.
Okay, so let me ask you this, and we can cut this short. Are you seeking to make a custody, again, determination on your son that he should be in your custody?
Yes.
Okay, well, then that will be beyond the scope of this particular hearing. We're going to need to have a separate hearing as it relates to best interest factors, which is much more lengthy. So, and the court is not capable at this point of making a determination that Mr. Hill is the child, because he said he always thought he was, but that's not dispositive. So what the court will do is the court will set a separate hearing, and then we can address all of the.
No, just wait. Just wait. The twist hasn't happened yet. Yeah, this guy is the person that needs to be watching this child. I believe everything he's saying. I don't believe the mom. I don't believe whoever this Chris guy is. Yeah, don't believe them at all. And mom hasn't said anything dumb, but she's appearing in court looking like that. So I judge her. Sorry, I'm not an attorney. I don't have to abide by court rules. I can just judge her on how she appears in court. But yeah, Kyle appears to be the best person for this child. He really does. So, but there's another twist coming.
Issues as it relates to the best interest of the child test.
Can I address one more thing, Your Honor?
Nope. We're going to have a
Please.
separate hearing. No, we're going to have a separate hearing. You can address anything you want at the separate hearing.
I want to know where my son is now.
Okay.
I haven't seen him in over a month, Your Honor.
Okay, then what you need to do in the divorce case, this case, you need to file a motion for custody, parenting time, whatever.
Shouldn't have to.
Okay? Okay. Okay, we'll do that, and we'll give you, we'll be in contact with you and set up a hearing date in which we can make that determination. But you're going to have to establish that it is in the child's best interest that the child remain in your care and custody. Okay. You can file the motion before that. We can address it before that hearing, but that will be the parameters of that particular hearing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. We'll be in touch with you and set up a hearing then.
Thank you.
Okay. You're excused. Have a good day.
Yeah. Kyle isn't he's not even saying I'm the dad of this kid. Right? But he's like, I'm raising him. I am the father of this kid. No, sorry. Did I get that wrong? I am his dad. I'm not his father. Good for him. He's trying to remove this kid, but he lost custody of him but he was married to, tattoo lady when he was conceived. She cheated on him. She cheated on him, but he's trying to raise him. Good on him. Good on him. Like that. You have a mom that's addicted to drugs. You have weird other dude that like what is his purpose? I'm just saying, hopefully Kyle gets that kid back. I really hope Kyle gets that kid back. Otherwise, that kid's gonna be not. I can only imagine. All right, I'm sorry. I'm going off on an olive branch here, and I apologize. All right, we're going to get to the last case. I don't even know what it is. I think it's Judge. I think we're going back to Judge Washington. Why do I think that I put Judge Washington at the end? I think I did. Well, we're gonna move on because I don't want to keep harping. I don't want to keep harping. No, different Judge W. Judge Webster. Oh, this was today. I don't even end with a good one. I end with you guys are gonna be pissed off one. Meaning like this guy's an idiot. Let's just say that. All right, let's go.
564, State of Kansas versus Richard Kyle Baker with Assistant County Attorney Jared Regier for the state and Richard Kyle Baker in person and pro se. And Mr. Baker, if you could find a place to stay stationary.
I was looking for the remote to turn my son. Here it is. All right, sorry.
Everyone have a pencil and paper ready. When I call your name, you'll have things to write down. Don't be wearing hats. Don't be in moving automobiles, even if you're just the passenger. Don't smoke. Don't vape. Behave as you would if you were in the actual courtroom with me, because you are each in a court of law at this time. Mr. Baker, you have driving while suspended after a prior conviction. On January 8th of 2024, you were ordered to serve 5 days in jail. I allowed you to break that up in weekends. Have you served any of that 5 days?
Yeah, I've served 4 of the 5 days. So on my last one, go ahead.
Did you serve them on the days I ordered you to?
Yes, ma'am. All 4 but the last day.
And why didn't you serve the last one?
Well, I had something come up. I tried to reach out to the court to see if I could get the date changed, but it had already gone through, and so once I found out I was issued a warrant or whatever, then I went and turned myself in. So now I'm here.
All right, I'm gonna say this right now. You get to schedule your 5 days that you're gonna be put in jail. You get to schedule it. You get to go to jail at your time, at the time that you want. And you had to do 5 days. And you did 4. You did 4. But let me say this one more time. He got to schedule his time in jail. And he couldn't do that. Also, I want to give a big shout out to this guy, this guy named Austin, right underneath the defendant. This is why I started watching this clip. I don't know who this Austin guy is, but he looks identical to a friend that I had in elementary school, in the high school. Identical. If I could go back and find pictures of him and show his going through life, this would be him. This would be him right now. And I really wish I could. And every time, like, he was on the screen for about 3 hours before his case was called. And even when he talked, I'm like, oh my God, that's Ryan. That's Ryan. I don't know who Austin is, but this is Ryan. But yeah, anyways, I had to say that. Ryan, if you're watching for whatever reason, you're not, but if you are, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. All right, let's go. Let's keep going with this one. Sparkle Boots. All right, before I hit the play button, Sparkle Boots comes through. 5 get the membership. Sparkle Boots, thank you so much. Thank you so much, and welcome to all the 5 new members. Thank you so much, Sparkle Boots. You're awesome. Sparkle Boots is awesome. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
You also had been ordered to make payments or to pay a certain amount. Did you do that?
No, I have not. I've honestly just completely forgotten about the payment part. I can get that taken care of though.
All right, I wasn't gonna pause it this quick again, but 007. Yeah, no, I just blew his cover. Not New York, Kansas. Not New York, Kansas. If anyone knows what movie that is, yeah. But the funny thing about that quote, that movie quote, is Judge Webster's in Kansas. So no, not New York, Kansas. Yeah. Again. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Let's just keep going.
I just missed the day and missed my last day, and I would have all this wrapped up.
All right, well, Mr. Regier, it sounds like he has significantly violated his probation. Are there any motions on file at this time to revoke that probation?
Your Honor, the state's understanding is that there's not presently a warrant to show cause before the court. I am looking at the journal entry of misdemeanor conviction and sentencing from January 8th, 2024 hearing. I believe it does make certain orders concerning a 5-day sanction as required by statute. Subsequently, I am showing a journal entry of sentence modification. It looks like that was filed with the court in February, signed by both Your Honor and prepared by my colleague, Mr. Canfield. It would appear that there is another piece of correspondence from some kind.
What'd you do? I didn't say anything. So just to get her, you're okay in my book. I don't know what happened. But thank you so much for the super chat.
I'm seemingly from the defendant in this matter. So I think at this point, the state would be requesting clarification as to how the court wishes to proceed on the issue of.
May I say something?
No, you cannot interrupt, sir. You
okay.
cannot interrupt.
Okay,
Go ahead,
sorry.
Mr. Regier.
Your Honor, the journal entry of misdemeanor conviction and sentencing would further appear to indicate, quote, the balance of this case shall be paid in full within 60 days. And again, that was from a January 8th, 2024 hearing by the terms of the journal entry. So I think with all that being said, the state would be requesting clarification as to how the court wishes to proceed in these matters.
Well, here's the deal, Mr. Baker. I let you pick when you could pay, and you told me you could pay in 60 days. I let you pick your jail time days. I let you split the 5 days up on weekends. I let you pick the weekends, and then you didn't come through for me or for the state. If you're on probation, you do what you're told, or you get your probation revoked and you start jail time. Do you understand that's the way the process works?
Yes, ma'am. I completely understand. And like I said, I did 4 of the 5 days, and I'm not even in there. I'm in Arkansas. I'm in a completely different state. So I made, and if I needed it changed, like I said, I tried to reach out to the courts to get that date changed to make it. I know that's hard to do.
Succeeding, sir. All right. What do you propose, Mr. Baker, that I do short of sending the sheriff to put you in jail? What do you propose?
I mean, letting me make up the last day that I do, and then getting those fines paid for, and I would be completely done.
Okay, so just kind of overlook the fact that you've disregarded. I'm going to set this over 1 week, and you have to be here in the courthouse 1 week from today.
Okay.
And then we're going to decide what to do about your violating the court's orders.
Okay.
Whether to revoke your probation and have you serve the full sentence.
Can someone please let me know what's going on? Am I missing a whole part of the conversation that yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, everyone played nice. We're good. Everyone's good. I just looked at the Discord, mods aren't calling anybody out, so I feel like everything's good. Yeah. There's also only about 2 minutes left of this video, so let's play it out. Let's go.
Whether to find you in contempt. So, all right, you may go at this time.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Just a moment. Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, if the court is setting this matter over 1 week and is entering certain orders to that effect, I'm not sure if the court wishes to address any issues concerning the counsel in this matter. In reviewing the misdemeanor journal entry from the January 8th hearing, it would appear that the defendant did appear pro se, quote, after knowingly and voluntarily waiving counsel in record.
I'm going to order that Darren Patterson be appointed, and I'm going to set this on a Monday rather than a Wednesday. So when's a Monday? I can put this on for Mr. Patterson.
Judge, I have August 5th.
Can you give me something a little sooner? Something like maybe the end of June at the latest?
Yeah, I can do, well.
Or do you have a Wednesday afternoon that Mr. Patterson's going to be here?
It looks like he'll be here on July 10th. Otherwise, I can set it over for a misdemeanor control day for July 1st.
All right, this is continued.
All right, I'm going to let this video play out. You guys all have a great night. This is the last clip I have, and there's only about a minute left. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you all for the super chats, the membership gift, and you guys are all awesome. Lolly, can you please email me? You've got my contact information. Can you please email me? I don't think I have you on Discord, so just email me, please. And I'll be looking forward to your email. Hopefully anyways, let's go. Let's finish the video. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Again, I am really sorry I was late starting the video. Not just from 8 o'clock, but I pushed it back till 9. Again, I wanted to hang out with Heather. I haven't had much time with her over the last couple days. She's had, her family was in town. So we haven't had a lot of time, and tonight we had time and we talked. So I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I will always, there are 2 things in my life that I'll do above YouTube. 1, my kids. 2, my girlfriend. So, but I don't like scheduling things and making you guys wait, so I do apologize for that. I apologize for being late. Hopefully you guys understand, and yeah, let's just go forward. So I'm going to let this video play out. You guys all have a great night. I am not going to be in Discord tonight. You know what? Actually, I probably will, because I'm going to be answering a lot of questions. But I'm not going to be in the voice chat. I don't know why I said that out loud. All right, you guys all have a great night. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out. You guys are all awesome. Remember that. Every one of you is awesome. Every single one of you. So never disrespect yourself. You guys are all awesome. Until next time. Bye.
To July 1st. And I'm going to make that a warrant to show cause. While your probation should not be revoked, I'm appointing Darren Patterson. Do you want to write down his phone number?
Yes, ma'am.
It is 316-322-4153. But Mr. Baker, I don't think you understand that you don't just pick and choose. I let you do that a little bit, and I think you've just decided that's the way the system works. So maybe you and Mr. Patterson need to talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Nothing further. We're in recess at this time.
Is this at 9 a.m. as well?
You be here at 9 a.m., you be here in person, in the courthouse. And I don't want to hear about I'm out of state. All right, you may go. We'll be in recess.